Hey Gemini, welcome to the Forgiving Tarot. This is your weekly read for your Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. Do check out your placements to get a message that most resonates with you. I'm not telling you what to do. The Oracle's not telling you what to do. Ultimately, you have free will. Therefore, you make the best decision for you and those involved. If you're cross-watching or you yourself, Gemini, feel that the roles are in the reverse, please reverse them, take what applies, and leave what doesn't. It's a general reading, not a private reading, so it may resonate, may not resonate. Please be aware of that. Thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing, commenting, and donating. It's greatly appreciated. All right, Gemini, let's take a look. Tower. Tower, all right. Seven of Swords. Something here could have been revealed, or something here is broken down. You could be avoiding a tower moment for some, or strategically trying to plan your next move because of the tower here. You have the Nine of Wands. You're exhausted here. There's a situation either that you're trying to avoid, or you've been trying to avoid, or you're trying to, you know, I don't know, whatever the Seven of Swords is, but with the Nine of Wands crossing it, it's kind of like having this wall up. I'm exhausted already from all of this crap. World card. Yeah, of course you're exhausted. You're over it here with the World card. There could have been something here that has ended. Somebody here might have even been putting the blame on you, and you're kind of trying to avoid this person. You're sick and tired of hearing all of this that's coming towards you. You have the Knight of Pentacles. So it's a slow-moving energy. It could be somebody here who was moving slowly towards you, or it's somebody here who were you were I have to shut up right now. So you have the Seven of Cups as well, and the Two of Cups here. You could be feeling a bit confused or a bit clouded here. You could be in your mind thinking about a situation in regards to this connection here with the Two of Cups. You could be avoiding this Two of Cups here. Maybe it's a connection that you're over with. You don't know where it's going. It's up in the air. Or maybe it's somebody here who has deceived you in any way, who has left you hanging, who has left you kind of like wondering where it's going. Maybe because they're closed off with the Four of Pentacles here. Or maybe it's somebody here who's hanging on to you and you're kind of done with their stuff. We have the Queen of Cups, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio energy, but this is also hoping to listen to your intuition, be in tune with your feelings so that you're not completely overwhelmed. And you have Aries energy here with the Emperor. So this is being in control. The Emperor keeps showing up for a lot of signs. King of Cups and the High Priestess. Intuition here, in tune with your emotions, with your feelings. You could be dealing with a water sign. So let's take a look here and clarify these cards. The Six of Wands wants to come out. There's some sort of agitation here as well. Hierophant, Taurus energy. This could be a breakdown of a long-term commitment, a marriage. This could be a Taurus here. This could be a breakdown in your belief systems, how you grew up, what you used to believe, and now things are completely changing. You're starting to form your own ideas, your own beliefs, things of this nature, maybe revising things. There could be somebody here who is also very, like, it has to be this way, and you're kind of like, no, it doesn't have to be this way. Page of Swords here with the Seven of Swords. So this is like a very, either you're trying to spy on somebody or trying to look for more information in a very secretive way, trying to find out what happens, or you feel that someone is behaving in this way. You have the Hanged Man here. Taking a pause here to rethink things, to look things over, that maybe it's not as what it may seem. You may be suspicious of somebody here, wondering what it is that they're doing. You have the Justice card here with the World card. So this is a lesson learned. This is a karmic lesson that was put in front of you. A Libra energy. We have the Wheel of Fortune. So things have been slowly changing. Maybe you were feeling the change. Maybe you haven't. But there's something here that's changing. Okay. With the Seven of Cups, you have the Temperance here. So this is also calming down. This is calming down, calming the mind, calming the emotions. Things are happening here for a reason. Sagittarius energy. And you have the 10 of Pentacles with the 2 of Cups. So this can absolutely be a marriage, or this is something here where two people have come together to build something here that is long term. Now you have the 6 of Swords here. So you could be in your mind about, do I walk away from this? Do I not? Is this worth my time and investment? I do feel that there's a pause here that needs to be taken. There needs to be a pause. A deep breath needs to be taken. Things need to be revised. 9 of Cups. So somebody here could be holding on to you because they see you as their wish fulfillment. This person here could be holding on to something here that they desire. Meaning, if you're dealing with a person where you don't know where things are standing, and this person is not making it very clear to you, it's possible that they're kind of comfortable where they're at right now. If they're not giving you any kind of explanation, and if you're left wondering how, what, when, where, and why, and you're actually communicating this, like you're asking them, and they're not giving you a clear response, that is your response. Queen of Cups with the 5 of Pentacles, hoping to maybe get out of this feeling of like, I'm not getting enough here. And the 3 of Wands. So waiting for some sort of stability, you could be waiting for an Aries, or if you have it in your chart, there is some sort of expectation here. There could be an expectation of this person here leveling up for some. So let's take a look here. What is going on here for Gemini? Flirt. Codependency. Separation. Stay optimistic about your love life. Now you could be contemplating separating. Maybe you are in separation. If there is a codependency, then you are seeing things differently. There could be somebody here with addictions. I don't see that here, though. I'm going to have to clarify that. There could be, though, somebody here with 4 of Swords, 9 of Pentacles. If there is a codependency issue here, that is needing to heal. And maybe separation is going to help here. Because if there's somebody here that keeps like giving you a little bit of what you want, but they're not, it's like, you know, like when you're giving a treat, I don't mean to call nobody a dog, but it's what I can come up with right now. When you give a dog a treat, but you're giving it little by little. So you're commanding the dog, you need to sit, and you give it a little bit of a treat, and there it sits waiting for more. And instead of like giving the whole thing just because, you know, you appreciate the dog and here's a treat for you. It's kind of like, I'll give you something if you do this for me. You could be dealing with an individual like that, and you know that, but for some reason, you might feel tied to this person. That is a codependency. Like, why can you not detach yourself from this person? Yes? 1 second. Yes? Okay, can you give me a second? Thank you. Sorry about that. You see that? That actually just kind of reminded me of something. It's kind of like somebody is knocking at the door. This person keeps knocking and knocking. Are you going to answer it every time? And I mean, like, this could just be out of the goodness of your heart, right? Because you expect, if you are somebody here who loves to the fullest and, you know, you genuinely care about people, I don't know if I said this to Aquarius or whoever it was, but people sometimes are like leeches. People who are low vibe, people who don't want to heal themselves, people who just don't care enough, to elevate and to grow from their sufferings, from their problems, from whatever the universe is trying to throw at them, when they refuse to do that, people like this, and they stay in their low vibration, they it's almost like they can sniff out good people, so they latch on to those good people, and the good people are like, look, you know, this person, I see the potential in them. But this is where we need to have our discernment and put up our boundaries. Like, to this line you don't cross, and that's it. So if there is a codependent energy, what I'm saying is that, do you keep going back to a situation that is unhealthy for you? Because, for one, you're not getting anything out of it. You're getting pieces, crumbs. Because if you are, again, you're needing to reevaluate certain things. Why is it that this is happening? This could stem from childhood. You could have had a parent who only appreciated you if you did something good, and they rewarded you, and then any other day they don't really care. They never cared, you know. They never showed you that they appreciated you just because you're their child. And so maybe you grew up like this, in every relationship you've gotten into, it's kind of like when they give you a little bit, you're like, yay, you know, and it's kind of like this hope inside of you. That inner child is saying, they're gonna love me now, they're gonna love me now. And it's because as adults, our inner child that needs to be healed, we're already now grown enough to fulfill that inner child. There might also be a need to heal parental issues. It could be specifically a father, because of the Emperor being there. So if there was a lack from a father figure, that could be affecting your relationships, how you behave in relationships, male or female, it doesn't really matter. Because the father figure, which is the masculine energy, is the figure of protection. It's authority, but authority in a good way, not like commanding you to do something. It's not, you need to do this, or the punisher. It's authoritative because there's already this natural instinct that you know that this masculine energy is there for your protection and to provide for you. Much like the feminine energy, the mother figure. Okay, this doesn't have to do with gender. It has to do with the energy. But in the physical realm, it tends to be heavily played in genders. But anyway, I don't want to go there. It's going to be too much to talk about, and it could be too confusing. So the feminine energy is the nurturer. Okay, it's the one that provides emotional stability, even though the masculine energy provides that as well, but provides it in a different way. So each feminine and masculine is absolutely necessary. It's not that one is better than the other. No, they both provide very essential needs, but in a very unique way, unique to them. So when you are only getting one thing and you're lacking the other thing, you are looking for it subconsciously in someone else, and vice versa. It could be the other person looking for this in you, and you just can't provide it for them because that's not for you to provide. As an adult, now you provide that for yourself, and you heal from these issues and these traumas. That is what codependency consists of. Not for everyone, but for someone. And here you are showing up, Gemini, and the Eight of Wands. So there could be some sort of communication in regards to love matters, a choice here that needs to be made, leveling up in partnerships, moving something forward. 10 of Swords, Knight of Pentacles, and the Four of Wands. This could also be healing and working on a foundation with someone after a separation. Or if there has been a separation, this is working on your own foundation, so that you are dependent on yourself and your connection to the divine, which is ultimately your connection with yourself as well. whatever. It depends. People do it differently. Some people feel like they need to hang on to the idea of a set of rules, like religion. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong. Everybody is different. Other people could just, sit and meditate and focus and depend on themselves. That is the spiritual connection. So, whatever way it is that you connect to yourself, whether it's through spiritual guidance, whether it's through prayer, whether it's through meditation, whether it's, I don't know, and it doesn't really matter. It's whatever works for you, because it doesn't work for everyone. Somebody can sit in a church and pray for hours and they feel completely refreshed and renewed. Another person can sit in a church for hours and they're like, I don't feel nothing. And instead they could sit at home and meditate or something and they feel completely the same as the other person. We're all different. We're all very unique, and there is no judgments. The point here is to have that connection to yourself or to the divine, whatever you want to call it. There's the star card. There's the divine. The star card. It's guidance. It's healing. It's vulnerability with yourself. It's trusting. Trusting in this. And now we have the Knight of Cups. So from the Knight of Pentacles, we have the Knight of Cups. And the Wheel of Fortune, a complete change here. This is fantastic. Hierophant, Taurus energy here. So a change here. Because the Hierophant is a set of rules. It's a structure. Because the Hierophant can represent religion. It can represent belief systems. It's a set of rules, okay? Because it doesn't necessarily have to be rules. Because, like, for example, you can say in a connection, when you're with somebody, you don't go and have a connection with somebody else. And if I say to you, well, how do you know that? Where is it written? Is that in the book of relationships? No, but that's something everyone just already knows. You instinctively know, right? So that's why I'm saying rules in quotations, because there's certain things that you already know. It's already in you. You get what I'm saying? I always like to use the example, like, you don't need to teach a baby. I don't want to use bad words, but I'm going to have to. We're all grown adults here, right, Gems? You don't need to teach a baby how to shit. You don't. It knows how to. It's just natural. It's instinctive. It just happens. There's certain things in life that you don't need to teach. You don't need to learn, because it's already instinctive. Only a little bit, okay?
Okay.
All right.
Let's see. You can't go over there. Lexi's not getting out.
Okay. He's coming.
Okay.
Sorry about that. There's a World card. There's a completed cycle here. And here's the thing. What I saw with the World card just now. Everything happens for a reason. Don't say, oh, what happened here? This was wrong. Like, I'm going to use the example of the religion again. Let's say you were somebody here who grew up in a certain religion. And now you don't believe that. Okay? Now you believe in another religion. Or maybe you don't believe in religion at all. I'm just giving an example, okay? Just an example. You can apply this to any other situation. That helped you during that time that you did believe in it. It helped you to move forward. Now you're in a time in your life where you believe certain other things that are helping you to move forward. And guess what? A couple of years from now, you'll change your ideas. And that is perfectly fine. And it is normal, because that is what we do. We cannot stay stuck in one thing forever. However, there are some certain things that we carry along with us that stay forever. But the point is just to keep moving forward, okay? If you believed something from since you were... Yes.
I have the gum. And
Oh, okay.
Put our ear.
You chew it, okay?
Ah,
Yeah, good.
a little bit.
Yes, just a little bit.
Mommy,
Yes.
I don't know how how to chew it.
Yes, you do.
But no, I just eat it like this.
Okay.
But can I eat it or chew it?
You can chew it.
But only I know how to eat it.
Yes, eating it is chewing it. Just don't swallow it, okay? Which brings me now to this point. I'm so sorry about that. These interruptions like this, like, to me, they bother me, but it's always like a little message. The universe is saying something. So this is what I was just thinking. There's certain things here that you can, you take in, but you don't have to digest it. If it suits you, digest it. Keep it with you. If it doesn't suit you, take it in, digest it, review it, and throw it out. It's like the body. Oh my goodness. And I was talking about the baby thing, right? That it's natural. And that's what it is. It's like when we eat something, what our body does, it takes the nutrients that it needs and the rest out. Same thing here in your life. What you need, you take, you digest it. Keep what you need, throw out what you don't. But this requires a level of discernment. It requires a level of a lot of thinking. Because we can't just be like, I don't need this, I'm just going to throw it out. It just doesn't work that way, because that would be foolish. We can't completely dismiss something. We actually need to sit and reevaluate it. Is there some truth in this? What can I get out of this? Because this came to my life for a reason. And sometimes it's to stay, and sometimes it's to stay for a little bit and then go. And that's what the World card is here. It's lessons learned, it's completed cycles. I almost feel like I have to clap for you. I'm not sure why. Two of Wands, the Emperor, the Queen of Pentacles, the Knight of Swords, the Ten of Pentacles with the Four of Swords, and the Queen of Wands at the bottom of the deck. I'm sorry.
I need help with this. Whoa. Yay!
I'm so sorry. I thank you for your patience. Gems. Like, I get so worried when stuff like this happens, because I feel like viewers are going to be like, why would you do that? Why don't you just stop the video and just create a new one? Like, these interruptions are distractions. And yes, it is, I know. But there's always a message in something, always. All right. Gems, let me continue further. There's a decision here, a pathway to choose. You are needing now, as the Emperor here, could be dealing with an Aries, you could be dealing with a Capricorn here because of the Queen of Pentacles, Taurus or Virgo. Either way, it doesn't really matter. This is really taking the bull by the horns, making a decision, choosing your path. You have already grown a lot. You've learned a lot of lessons here. You are now grounding yourself, okay? You could be dealing with an individual here who is wanting to move forward really quickly, and you're like, no, hold on, let's hold our horses. This could be you. Maybe you want to move quickly towards the path that you want to go, but there's a lot of groundedness here that needs to take place, or you need to absorb a lot of stability, calmness, and it ends with the Four of Swords here, which is about rest and rejuvenation. It's taking a break, it's taking things slow. All right, because you are very determined here to get something here. Your intuition is absolutely speaking to you, and it probably required a lot of work. And wherever you're going to probably is going to require a lot of work. However, you've learned all the lessons that you needed to learn, so it's not going to be as hard as it would have been for you 5 years ago, for example. All right, Gems, I'm going to take one more card out, and then I'll let you go. Okay, please forgive me for the interruptions. If you're cross-watching, this can apply to you too, okay? Receive with love and appreciation. Gracious acceptance is a way to show love. Let's read it. Number 34. Being courteous when someone gives you something is simple consideration. The angels encourage you to graciously receive as an act of kindness. Allow someone to express love by accepting what they want to do for you or give to you. Being appreciative expresses your feelings through action. Extend your gratitude by saying a heartfelt thank you to those who take the time to help you. Showing appreciation is good manners. And that goes back to, well, who tells us that? Where is it written that it's good manners? You just know. You just know. Your intuition is on point, Gemini. Trust yourself. Because it could be that you trust other people more than you trust yourself. It could be that you give a lot of yourself to other people and not enough to you. You know, I don't want to say, oh, you know, let's be all self-care. You know, this is all trending, right? Self-care, I need to think about me. But people don't really use their discernment to understand that self-care is taking that time for you and respecting yourself, putting up some sort of boundaries, but also considering the other people around you. It's not about completely neglecting others. It's about giving to others as well. Because there's people that give a lot to others and they don't give nothing to themselves. And they're completely exhausted and constantly blaming the other people, when in reality, they need to take the time to sit with themselves too. And if other people cannot respect that because they're used to you giving constantly to you, then does that person really love you? Or was that person just leeching off of you because you kept giving them what they wanted? It demonstrates your respect for someone's time, knowledge, energy, and assistance, and that you truly realize what has been given to you. Open gratitude connects you to the giver in a deeper way. 1 second, please. A sincere appreciation of people and their role in your life creates a mutual connection. A nature sprite gently catches a snowflake in her hand. Snowflakes reflect a need for gentleness. You might interpret a snowflake as a message from heaven. The doves around the sprite's head are confirmation that your feelings and intuition are connected to your divine guidance. That's what I said. You can extend your guidance by willingly expressing your appreciation. This is a signal that you are open to receiving further guidance. Please don't do that. Once you do this, your blessings will be limitless. Okay? Sometimes it's just being grateful to the universe. I'm sorry for all this shaking. Gems, if you resonated with the reading, do let me know down in the comments down below. Be sure to hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll catch you guys next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.